This is the Data Privacy Detective. Today we are taking our spyglass to the automobile and the truck, our vehicles. You know, we think of them as a device to get us to a wonderful place. Freedom, the American way to get from here to there. But you know what else they are today? They're enormous computers on wheels. How about that? They contain data streams of our personal information. And like any data stream, that can get hacked and misused. It even get taken in a way to give remote control to someone who wants to drive your vehicle off the road. How about that? Now think of the way in which a car has moved from the Model T to the Edsel to the Thunderbird in the 1950s. What a car. To being an enormous gatherer of personal and other data about it, not just our driving habits, but when we plug our cell phone, smartphone into the car, our whole data stream is connected to a vehicle that is then subject to being hacked. That's the reality today. And this is something that starts with our key. Now, we used to think of a key as a piece of metal, right? We plug in and we turn it and open the door. Great. And today it's a key fob. Well, that's a wireless device. It's transmitting data, and it can be tapped into by a thief just waiting until you've walked 30 feet up the street and now can get in your car and steal it. And all the data and all the personal property in your car. That's what we're taking a look at in episode 182 of the Data Privacy Detective podcast series. Now, a couple of thoughts. There was a great post by the American Automobile Association on September 6, 2024, about how to prevent your vehicle from being cyberjacked. And, you know, that's nothing new. Cars can be. 9 years ago, Andy Greenberg of Wired magazine wrote a great post about how his Jeep was driven off a highway by white hat hackers. He was working with them and he kind of challenged them. Can you remotely take over my car? Well, they certainly did. So it's nothing new. And I'm not saying the risk is great and stop driving, but it's a point to say our car isn't what it used to be. It's a big data stream vehicle that's right down the road. It's ours, and therefore all of our personal data that's within that stream is at risk and can be hacked. And unlike your home PC or your desktop or your laptop or your smartphone, these are devices that are well protected from a privacy standpoint. But a car is designed to be a car. It's not designed to be a computer. And so the makers of cars and trucks, that's their primary objective, to put out a good, safe vehicle that'll get bought by a lot of people. And privacy and data comes along with it, and they're getting at it. But the protection for an automobile isn't what it is for your PC or smartphone. And this article in AAA talks about a lot of ways. Now, let's start with the key fob. You know, key fob's a little wireless device. RF feed is coming out, and literally somebody nearby can hack into that without your knowing it and obtain that, and can then take off with your car or just tap into your data stream about what's in your car. And there's a lot in your car because first there are online systems that are in your car, and there are things to measure your tire pressure and brake system and so on and so forth. And all of these are data streams, you see, run by little microprocessors going on in your car, all gathering data about how you're driving. Are you speeding? Cars know that today about us. Are we going through a red light? That can be picked up. Is there alcohol in our breath? Some cars can be designed to catch that. So it's not just that, though. It's the entire stream when we connect any device, including a smartphone, with the automobile. There is this treasure trove for cyber criminals. And so increasingly they're on the hunt for these things because it's harder to break into a firewall system, a PC and a smartphone. So they become a target for data gathering and then selling on the dark web. stealing identities and money, and so on, and privacy, of course. So this post by the AAA gives some good tips about that. So with a key fob, think about keeping a key fob protected from invasion by wireless thieves through a Faraday bag. That's one tip. Think about the Wi-Fi network you have in your car and limiting any use by third parties to that. Think about the things you can do to get rid of apps that aren't needed within a car. Think of data minimization. Why would you have your car hold your social security number, your credit card number? Your car doesn't. You don't need it in the car. You can get out and go to the store with your credit card. Take care of it there, but don't expose it in your car. There are ways of thinking about this. Once we start thinking about our car as gathering data about us, we can be in a position to say something about it and protect it better. We can be on guard just as we would be in protecting our PCs and our smartphones, right? So that's a task for us, but it also means for manufacturers and dealers that sell cars to build in privacy-centric data safety features into how the car is produced and sold. I mean, why wouldn't key fobs come to you in a Faraday bag with instructions about how to prevent that kind of attack? Why can't the features of an automobile be better protected in a built-in way from the start, from the creation of the car to the selling of the car to the marketing at the dealer, to protect our privacy and prevent hacking? Because after all, it's not just personal identity and data theft that's at risk here. For people who are targeted, it is possible for hackers to get into the system, turn off the brake system, drive a car off the road. Very rare. Again, don't over panic about this. But that's the reality of data safety, data privacy, and vehicles. And we explore this at greater length in our audio podcast of this. Tune into that if you wish for more information. But think about a car as a computer that's holding personal information, and think about how you want to limit the access others might have, especially people you don't want them to have, about you, your personal information, and your privacy. Thanks. That's it for this short piece on episode 182. As always, I'll close by reminding you, protecting your personal data begins with you.